You have the right elements in your garden.
Yes.
This is one of those things that I was not even aware of existed until I saw them being presented with you here, Philip. And that is this really cool collection of sedum. Now, for anybody out there that's watching that's never seen what sedum is, Philip,
yeah,
this is like a succulent.
It is a succulent, but it's also a hardy succulent. These come back every year in all parts of the country. You've heard of green walls and green roofs. That's what most of those are made out of, are these. We've sold the sedum tiles before that had, multiple varieties, and you had to cut it all up. What we've done is that on our pages, you've said which varieties you like the best. We had, 8 to 12 varieties and all those. These were your top 3 favorites that we've put together. All 3 of those varieties are in this pot, in the next pot, in the next pot, and in the 4th pot.
That's right,
you get 4 pots of these with 3 different sedums in it. This is the way they ship out to you. I'm not playing. Now, let me just show you this right here. It's the most versatile of any perennial that we offer. Nothing is more versatile. See this big pot? Guess what? This right here becomes this in about 6 weeks. That's how quick this is. And you leave them outside all winter, don't worry about them a bit. If you've got a window box that dries out and always looks like, as my dad would say, teetotal hell, these will look absolutely gorgeous all season long, and you never ever have to replant your window boxes. If you forget to water them, they don't die. And it's not like they're just hanging up, they're just barely alive. They're still beautiful.
They really are great.
Even pretty in the wintertime. Yeah. Strawberry jars, it's perfect. Containers, also every little piece that falls off. Look, let me just show you this.
Becomes a new plantable
just drop
piece,
it off.
Right?
If it drops off on the ground, and by the way, I'll just have a flat full of soil, and every little piece that falls off, I just throw little pieces in there every now and then. And the next thing you know, I've got a whole nother pot of them. You don't even have to plant them. Just water it in. These things will rock your garden.
These
They're
are really,
so
really
popular.
Cool. 2 payments of $16.48 for the 4 pieces here. And remember, each one of these is going to come home. It's a whole pot that you're getting here, and all 3 varieties are in there. So this grows into this, just like Philip said.
And you can have 4 of these. In 6 weeks, you can have 4 pots that look like this. Think about it. They come back every year. Also, make sure you plant them in a good sturdy pot, because the plants will not fall apart, but if you don't get good pots, the pots might fall apart. And I love that, because every little bit, you can take a pot of sedum to someone. Not everybody wants a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Take this. They'll have this for years and years to come. They'll always remember where it came from, and guess what? That becomes their story. Like your grandmother tells you stories, they'll remember they got that from you.
Well, you know what? And they're really easy to take care of. When I first planted my sedum, I did just what you said.
Yeah.
I put one in like an urn on my back patio where, if it's getting watered by Mother Nature, that's where it's getting its water from. And really, they thrive. It's not just they survive, they thrive. They grow, they grow over. You take a couple of pieces off, just like Philip said, you throw them in the dirt, you put in a little bit more water, and they thrive, and they keep on growing. They're like the little engine that could.
Look at those varieties.
They're so pretty.
And see the different colors in there? The blue one that looks like blue spruce, it's called blue spruce, and the red one next to it is voodoo. You need a little voodoo in your life. and also that chartreuse one is called Angelina, which is the most aggressive of all of these. But these are just crazy popular. Hot, dry areas where everything else dies, they're beautiful. And what I say about these sedums, they are forever fabulous. People have done them on birdhouse roofs, which is great, between stepping stones, which is great, at the edge of your driveway, where gravel and broken asphalt is, they'll grow between the cracks. That's what I like. They will surprise you. Areas that were dull and boring, they will brighten those areas with no maintenance. This is the only plant that I can say is no maintenance that we offer.
Now, if you live by the ocean, Philip, where, sometimes the weather is a little bit more harsh, is this something that works well?
It does absolutely great by the ocean. I'm glad you mentioned it, because I'm working on a plan for Jill Bauer's garden at her beach house.
Oh, yeah.
And so there are certain plants that work really well there. This is one of these, and I've used these in coastal areas. I've got one on a salt marsh in Greenwich, Connecticut, where I'm going to be tomorrow. We planted these between the stepping stones. The salt spray comes in, but it also makes the pathway be integrated into the garden. Nice. It makes it look really handsome, and the butterflies come to this when it's blooming. These will never quit on you. the most versatile of any perennial that we offer. And you know how we say that the daylily is indestructible? So are these.
And I'm telling you. And you'll see these have these little kind of yellow blooms that pop up during the season. They are really, really pretty. And they always have like a color to them. They don't turn
even in
dead.
winter.
Yeah, even in the winter, they look really, really good. So if you have an urn or something on your back patio or on your front porch and you always want it to look good, 2 payments of $16.48. Remember, you're getting 4 of these and they grow into these in just a couple of weeks. And 57260 in order to get those. Those are new this season, but everybody has always loved the sedum from Cottage Farms. Okay, so when it comes to planting these, we're gonna get these home, we're gonna plant these right away.
That's correct. Take a look at our zone map, pick your area of the country out.